Hey, it worked. Yay. There's a whole new setup now. Uh and I am figuring it out. Still no pause button. I would really love a pause button, but we'll work with it. We'll work with it. Welcome to this episode. I was thinking on what I wanted to talk about, and I know I keep mentioning that I'm going to talk about this like toxic coaching and like spiritual world. And I touched base on it a little bit, I want to say in one of my earlier episodes. And I just really want to reiterate because I saw something the other day that like it really broke my heart. Somebody that I have been following for almost 20 years and following, like, admired, respected. I've met this person, gone to uh one of their like book readings, and I just hmm, yeah. And I saw that uh they were like in that realm and had connections with the whole like Epstein file thing that's going on. Uh and it like really it broke my heart. It just broke my heart. Uh, Luckily, all of their books are in storage because, yeah, I cannot wait to just get rid of them because it, like I said, it really bothered me. And they were the person that got me into this whole world of like coaching. I really, really, they're not the one that like solidified it. It's more of like they're the ones that like encouraged it. Uh, I I got into coaching even before I knew what coaching was. I watched Hello Dolly when I was a kid, and I was like, that is the most amazing job in the whole entire world. This woman, yes, she went by matchmaker, but she really like she really got everybody out their own way and helped them achieve what they wanted in life, not just in their relationship. I'm really curious as to what my husband's doing. That's why I keep like looking past my computer. um, but I just love how she like handed out her cards like, "Oh, I can help you with this. Oh, I can help you with that. Oh, don't worry. You need a friend? I got you." And then I remember watching a movie with Sharon Stone, and it was called The Muse, I think it was, and I was like, "That with like what Hello Dolly was doing." I love to inspire people, and I am not cool anymore. So I think the kids are calling it hyping people up. I feel a little ridiculous saying that, but I do. I love encouraging people. I love the part of what coaching truly is meant to be for, and sort of helping people realize that they have this incredible ability and power to like change their own lives. And I love those moments. I love seeing these moments. So seeing a lot of the truth come up in the coaching community, excuse me, uh like I said, it's like it doesn't make me want to give up of my dream and what I'm doing. More so of it really like opened my eyes on like what not to do, right? And like how not to be. And I'm not just talking about like the creepy crap, and I don't want to get too much into that. But there is, like I said, there's a dark side to this coaching community that's popping up. And you know, the more I dive into it and the more I look into it, I'm noticing a lot of the patterns and how they're all like connected to each other. I do remember in one of my episodes I was talking about how it seemed like the same 15 people were in cahoots. Like they consistently like co-promoted each other, and they all worked through the same like publishing house, and they all it just yeah. And I'm not just saying that because the ego in me is like, what the hell? Like, but again, when we take a look into their pattern and now the like toxicity of it all and how it was all just a kind of show, if you will. So, this rise in the coaching community and the spiritual world, I keep saying the spiritual world because I am someone who does oracle card readings and tarot readings, energy readings, a lot of divination, and I also I love like the healing aspect of spirituality. I'll touch on that more later, but it's kind of one and the same at the moment. They're calling it like the healing community. And yes, like that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to help heal people, but not so of the like, oh, you're healed. More so you can do the shit. There's a lot of things that are surfacing. And one of the biggest toxic traits in this community that I've seen, and I've even fallen victim to, y'all. I like one of these other like motivating people that I was following, and again finding the connection, the same 15 people, uh, and how much money I spent on both of them is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And I'm not saying that these things didn't work. They absolutely worked, but it was the toxic part of the things that I was noticing that kind of like, oh, it turned me off. You see a lot of the traits are going to be, manipulation and like pressure. There was a lot of pressure, you know. Oh, if you don't do this, you're gonna, you're not truly invested in yourself. If you don't join this membership, you're not gonna get the best level of, it. There were so many red flags, and I did not. Mm-mm. I didn't want to see it. I really didn't want to see it. There was a lot of exploitation, and there was a lot of promises and like miracle things that were shown. Yeah, it's like I said, it's over here. I keep like thinking about it. I'm like, oh god, I can't believe I fell for that one. And oh, I fell for like honestly, there was one that I did where uh and I talked about it, I think in my last episode, where it's not this current program I'm talking about now. This woman is amazing that I'm, doing her program, and very real and honest. This is a program I did in between while I was waiting for hers to start again. Um, and it was $100, and I was like, you know what? This person's gonna teach me how to create content. I don't want to be a content creator, but I also like creating things. I'm an artist at heart, and my creativity is a big part of me. And I enjoy creating content. And I'm not saying if I don't get business from this, I wouldn't be happy. I would absolutely love to gain clients and, more income coming in from the things that I love to do and offer. But anywho, I did this course, and I paid $100 for this person to pretty much repeatedly tell me how to input things into AI. No, thank you. Like, no, thank you. Why did I pay $100 for this? And shame on me. Like, it was all my fault. I should not have done that. But that was not what was presented. And we don't need more AI. We don't need more AI. And yes, like I told my husband I'm guilty of it for using AI to like spell check and to do my grammar because it's honestly atrocious. Um, Frankly, I don't give a shit anymore. AI is like fucking killing the planet and uh what the fuck? And that was another like toxic thing that I noticed that these people were doing. Oh, guess what? There's a new feature on my phone or like my phone app. Use AI now to create your like spiritual endeavors. Use AI for card readings. Use AI to like plan out your, uh EFT program. You literally like all these things that people like small businesses like myself are trying to achieve. And that's like AI is pulling from that and AI is stealing people's stuff. And not only that, like, oh god, just mm, no, 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 no. There was what's another one? There's the guilt tripping? Oh, man. Finding out that the majority of these coaches teaching how to get out of like people pleasing and guilt tripping tendencies that we fall for. And then they like literally will do that to you because they know that you're a people pleaser. And you're like, there's something wrong with me. And one of the people that I stopped following and deleted all their stuff from my, whatever. I still get their emails occasionally because, uh, like many of us, I have so many bloody emails and I never delete any. Whatever. Uh, but no, the one they sent me, like I think it was like 8 in a row, like one every day. Uh, hey, time's running out. If you don't sign up now, then you're not ready to focus on yourself. Oh, hey, time's running up. The price is going to go up. You're going to really hate yourself for not doing this. And then I got another email from like a personal one from their support team and was like, hey, we noticed you didn't renew your subscription and you signed up that you wanted to know about this program we're doing. I was like, hey, yeah, I just don't have the funds for this at the moment. They're like, oh, we have payment plans. And I was like, no, no, I don't have funds for this, period. Uh, oh, okay, well, we'll remind you in a couple days. Uh, Here's a discount. I'm like, yes, like, thank you. That's really nice. And I would probably do my dogs just make a random noise now. I would probably do the same in my position to try and make a sale. I want to say in like my old self, my ego self. Now I'm like, nah. If people can't afford shit, they can't afford shit. Like, yeah, am I gonna get a little jealous that somebody would rather spend $20 on like a Starbucks drink versus like getting a reading from me? Okay, yeah, that's I get a little envious, but I'm human. But in all honesty, like I know when the time is right, the time is right. Uh and with that note, let's talk about manifestation. I am a practicing witch. Set aside the religious aspect that I practice. I am a practicing witch. I work with energy constantly. I do spells, potions, charms, you name it. I have been doing witchcraft for a very, very, very long time. The toxic spiritual community and healing community promising manifestation knowledge for ridiculous amounts of money. Like, yeah, everybody wants to be a millionaire. I get it. Like it's nice to, think of not having to really check your bank account. But this is all stuff that you can do yourself. And I think these toxic coaches and healers and spiritual people do not understand that that is like the biggest lesson of quote unquote enlightenment is that if you like force, if you push, if you promise things at a price, that's not how you achieve enlightenment. If you lead, if you guide, if you help, if you show, right? That's achieving enlightenment. It's not saying that you can't charge for your services. Absolutely. 100%. Yes, I do charge for my coaching. I do charge for my facilitation of energy and my teachings and readings and guidance. But I don't need to charge thousands of dollars for something that honestly is like 75 bucks, right? There's no one-way ticket to understand manifestation. There's no magic pill. It's really just learning, and that's what I do as a coach, is really just like help you to learn how to do it your way. Because that's another big thing that they don't teach. They all want to make it like they all want to gatekeep and they all want to be like, hey, I know the secret way. No, it's really just how we do it. Um, it's easier for me to explain something in like witchcraft terms. I'm very much an elemental witch. I love using elements in my magic. I noticed in since I've had our daughter that my magic has become more on the like chaos level. Anybody that has a family understands. Um, but somebody mentioned to me about chaos magic recently, and I'm very fascinated and mm, not really all that enthused about harnessing that. But the only reason I mention this is because it's really to set an example of like we all work with this energy differently. It's all the same energy. It's all the same ways to manifest. It's more of showing how we can work with it and understand it. So if you see these things out there, if you're noticing that some of these people are selling a dream, uh, you know, please take it with discernment and a grain of salt. You know, if they're saying that they're essentially the gatekeeper, I am the key master. I am the gatekeeper. Uh, for all of you ladies, babies. uh, trying to see if that's my daughter or if that's music. Uh, they do not have. There's no one answer for all. Um, and for those who here's mm, man, I'm really trying not to like I don't want to blow anybody up because do you? But if you're triggered to buy somebody's program, it's probably a red flag. If you notice that some of these coaches or spiritual people are celebrities more than they are good people, they don't really believe in what they do. Like, it's as simple as that. I believe in what I do, and no, I'm not a celebrity. I think I have, like, 200 something followers, and I'm very happy, I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for the opportunities that my life has brought me, and yes, I have had manifestations and my magic, my prosperity magic, come to fruition, and I've had moments of vast abundance. I've had realizations, and I am literally standing in a cabin that I have manifested for years of my life. And I am here to tell you that it is possible to achieve these. But when you're seeing these people that on one hand are saying that anything is possible, but then on the other, keeping you just at bay so that you don't overachieve them. Um, I mean, even some like even people in the witchcraft community, like I've noticed that like when I had a witchy store years ago, and then, pandemic, but when I had a witchy store, okay, I sold these really, really cute little like cauldron bath salt bath bomb things. They would like float on top of the water and then like bubble out as so cute. I think I sold them for like $10. Okay. 10 freaking dollars. Uh I sold one. I used pretty much all the others. Now there was more the more things like attached to why I didn't sell, including the platform that I was on. There's a whole debacle. In the pandemic, right? So anywho, the only reason I say this is like I sold this for $10 and sold one. And then this like witch who like over sexualized herself and her platform uh was selling the same exact thing. Okay. And I only say over sexualized because um every other post was promoting that if you I don't know how to explain it other than like over sexualizing yourself. And there's nothing wrong with being sexual, but when you're over sexualizing yourself to me is when you are only using sex to manipulate people into thinking they can achieve the same thing. Um, if that makes sense. I'm trying to like in my head like words. But she sold the same exact thing and she had over 1 million followers and she was selling it for like $45. The same exact thing. We got it from the same exact supplier. I don't know how. I think just because there's like five websites for like witchy people to get like wholesale from, but $45. And yeah, the description was amazing. And what she claimed that she put into these, like the magic that she put into these things, okay, always sold out. Always sold out. And I sold one. And I was very like, yes, that was very egotistical and that was very like, woe is me. But a lot of us in the small business like world during the pandemic, that's how it was. And I did notice that there was a lot of promises. And I only like I say, it's not just products, it's like the readings, it's God, there's just so much, man. It's the whole over promising, and I don't ever want to be that person that to make a sale, I trigger someone's pain or insecurity. And I think that's where I was going with this. Like if you notice this thing, like don't fall for that. Y'all, don't fall for that. Healing comes from within. You all have the tools and the power to do it. And what coaching and healing and spiritual guides, like what we are meant to do and what we're truly put on this plane to be, is to guide you to see that it's not supposed to be forever. I mean, hey, I would love repeated clients that I could like watch them like grow into like amazing things forever, but it really isn't supposed to last forever. You're supposed to like come to us on and off. Like that's why all my programs are all like a year is the max. Like that's a max. Um but yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you got something from this. I hope that you will start to look at some of these people with more of a discerning eye. I'm not saying they all do it, but if you notice one, you'll notice their connections, like I said. noticing someone in the coaching community that I've looked up to for 20 years, um, and finding out they had connections to the Epstein file whole ordeal, like, it was crushing, but that doesn't mean they all are. Uh, it doesn't mean that there aren't good coaches out there, like, still, uh, I still encourage it because it's amazing. You know, it truly is. And same with readings. Don't let people that were manipulating you to get their services for more money. Don't let them ruin trying someone else. Uh, no, no. I just thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I can't believe that was almost 30 minutes. Thank you. I'll see you next time, guys.